Once a criminal defendant invokes his Fifth Amendment right to counsel, further interrogation is prohibited until the defendant's attorney is present. But what if the defendant makes incriminating statements to a family member in front of an officer? The Supreme Court considered the line between voluntary admissions and psychological ploys to circumvent Miranda rights in Arizona versus Mauro. William Mauro was arrested for murder after informing police officers that he'd killed his son and leading them to the child's body. At the police station, officers advised Mauro of his Miranda rights. After Mauro stated that he didn't want to answer questions without an attorney, police ceased all questioning. At the same time, officers were questioning Mauro's wife in another room. Mrs. Mauro made several requests to speak to her husband. The police were initially reluctant, but eventually permitted the Mauros to meet in the presence of an officer. The officer placed a tape recorder on a table in plain view and recorded the couple's conversation. Mrs. Mauro expressed her despair about their son, and Mauro repeatedly admonished her to shut up and not to answer any questions without an attorney. At trial, Mauro raised the defense that he was insane at the time he committed the crime. The prosecution sought to admit the recording of the Mauros' conversation as evidence of Mauro's sanity on the day of the murder. Mauro moved to suppress the recording, arguing the conversation was a police interrogation in violation of his right to counsel. The court denied the motion, holding that the police were motivated by safety and the possibility that the Mauros might conspire to lie, and admitted the recording. Mauro was found guilty and sentenced to death. The Arizona Supreme Court reversed, holding that because the conversation between the Mauros was reasonably likely to elicit incriminating statements, the conversation was the functional equivalent of an interrogation. The Supreme Court granted cert.